Welcome to our Stubble & Co Rolltop 15 and 20 liter reviews. In this video, we're gonna talk about the pros and the cons of both these bags, let you know what we really think about it. And you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video, because if you're not quite sold on the 15 or 20 liter Rolltop by Stubble & Co, I got a couple of Rolltop alternative recommendations here that might better suit your needs. But that's at the end of the video. Let's talk about these guys first. Now, one thing to note is that this is a sponsored review, but here at Nomads Nation, sponsored reviews do not guarantee a positive review. The truth of the matter is that we have about 79 backpacks over here that are in line to be shot, edited, and reviewed. But we do offer a sponsored package which allows companies to jump to the front of that line. No guarantees on what we're gonna say about the bags, just a guarantee to, get in front of the line. And you'll definitely see in this review that everything is very fair and very honest. Let's talk about the gist of the Stubble & Co Rolltop backpacks. Stubble & Co is a carry brand known for sort of blending urban and outdoor aesthetic, and for being very committed to eco-friendliness, as they're actually climate neutral certified, and they give 1% of all revenue back to the planet. Now we're gonna talk about both sizes, the 15 liter and the 20 liter throughout the entire review, but I'm gonna use the 20 liter now, because I wanna show you what the top features of this bag are. Some of which being, its Rolltop entrance to the main compartment, 2 external water bottle holders, highly weather resistant materials, a luggage pass-through holder that allows you to carry your bag vertically on your suitcase, a weather resistant and side access laptop compartment, and a few other nifty features. The 20 liter version weighs 2.6 pounds, and the 15 liter version weighs 2.3 pounds. This is the 20 liter when it's empty, and this is the 20 liter when it's fully packed out and worn on me. I'm 5'8", and this is the 20 liter when it's fully packed out and worn on our media manager Margaret, who's 5'2". And don't you worry, we're gonna pack out this bag throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. All Stubble & Co bags come with a 2-year warranty against manufacturing defects. And for all that, the 15 liter runs around 160 USD and the 20 liter runs around 170 USD. And if at any point in this review you're thinking about making a purchase or just want to find out more information, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description below. Reason being, those links make sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But those links also help to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team, so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about the front of the Stubble & Co Rolltop. First up, let's talk about the aesthetic, because this guy, as the name suggests, is a Rolltop. And Rolltops come with their own unique set of pros and cons. But for me, a pro for a Rolltop is the aesthetic. I just think Rolltops look mean, they look classy, they look just like I'm ready to go. Margaret, do you agree? We love our Rolltops. But as opposed to like a super traditional wax canvas Rolltop, Stubble & Co has catapulted this bag into the future. And the biggest reason for that is this primary fabric, which is a 900D recycled PET. And let me rant on like the whole fabrics and the whole gist of this bag. Because really, I think that its weatherproofness is going to be the single most determining factor of whether or not you should buy this Rolltop. Reason being, it's constructed in a way that really keeps your stuff protected from the rain. Rolltops in general have this sort of protection, right? No rain's getting through here. This PET fabric, I mean, rain's literally gonna roll right off. And you'll notice there's not a lot of pockets. We just have this one and the laptop compartment on the back, both of which are protected with a YKK PU coated zipper. Because the thing is that backpacks and water don't always get along very well. And usually water doesn't come through the zippers, it comes through the stitches, the seams. But the seams on the Stubble & Co Rolltop actually have waterproof binding on it, which is a rarity in backpacks, especially at this price point. And you have to construct the entire backpack around that use case, which means you can't have a bunch of pockets and stuff. So as I'm explaining this bag, you gotta look at the pros and the cons of it, right? Because that weather resistance and that waterproof binding and that simplicity to ensure that it's as weather resistant as possible, it's going to come with some sacrifices. But if you're a cyclist or an everyday commuter and you're in a rainy environment and you want your gear protected, I can't say for sure because I haven't actually tested this in a monsoon myself, but theoretically, in the rain, your stuff should stay pretty darn dry with a bag like this. Now, there's gonna be some functional compromises though that are made for that weatherproofness. One of which is a material like this. I just don't know how long it'll last. It could end up peeling. A lot of these treated materials do end up kind of losing their water resistance over time. I can't say for sure, but it's something to keep in mind of. Okay, rant over, I promise. Looking below, we have Stubble & Co's subtle branding right here. And then let's talk about this front pocket. YKK, PU coated zipper, and you can see, orange as one thing that's cool about Stubble & Co is that they're not like a huge carry community brand currently, but they're doing things that like really would resonate with the carry community. We love orange lining inside pockets. And the reason being, A, it looks cool, right, Margaret? Margaret doesn't love orange. But B, it does create a functional highlight effect, which makes it easier to find what you put where. This pocket is about yay size. Now, because of the location of this pocket, this is where I'm gonna wanna put things that I want quicker access to: battery, charger, AirPods, pen. Pop them in there. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, moving on, let's talk about the middle of the Stubble & Co Rolltop. Starting on the bottom, for all you cyclists out there, we have this reflective Stubble & Co logo, which is you're like cycling, you know, you're kind of leaning forward and maybe the bottom catches the light. I don't know. Cyclists out there, is this a cool feature? Does this help you stay safe? Let me know in the comments below. Now, next up, let's talk about water bottle holders. Because they can always hold more than just water bottles, right? I got a little umbrella. You can pop it in one of these side pockets. Nice fit, easy access. For the water bottles, these are not the biggest water bottle holders. They have a decent amount of expansion to them, don't get me wrong. But this elasticity will maybe lose its tightness over time. 22 ounce Columbia, nice fit. Skinnier 22 ounce Earthwell, should fit well. Just trying to give you like a decent idea of different sizes and how well they fit in. But how about the 1 liter Yeti? Ooh, that also fit quite nicely. But one thing to note is that the water bottle pockets are a little on the tight side, which means if you use a larger water bottle, it's going to start eating into the main compartment, right? You can see it's kind of caving into here a little bit. Not the end of the world, something very common in backpacks, but something I just want you to be aware of. North of the water bottle holder, we have these compression straps right here. Good when you want to just tighten the bag down a little bit. But also if you have a carabiner, you can use it to connect your water bottle to this strap for a bit of extra security. But now let's talk about probably the biggest thing with a bag like this, which is the whole point of it, the Rolltop Access. Now, I mentioned to you the genius of Rolltops in terms of its weather resistance and how good it looks. Because to get into a Rolltop like this, you gotta unclip this little hardware, which is fine, but then you gotta unroll it. One cool thing is that we have a magnet connecting the top, which gives it a nice finish. Plus magnets are always oh so satisfying. But then when you see, to get into the main compartment, you got this sort of, I would normally say a black hole, but an orange hole, right? Like this is access to the main compartment for this bag, which if it's fully packed out is a and a half. Hello! Now, some modern roll tops have sort of tackled this problem by adding maybe a side access, maybe a zipper here, which allows you to unzip and then get into the main compartment a little bit easier. But Stubble & Co have chosen not to, and I assume it's to stick with the whole concept of weather resistance, right? Because more zippers equal more entry points. And with weatherproof binding, there's only so much that you can do. Like the bag literally has to be built around this concept. So I'm sure there's a good reason why Stubble & Co chose not to do that, because they're like, hey, weather resistance is priority number one, so we are willing to make sacrifices to ensure that weather resistance is not compromised. But what is compromised then is obviously access, and this will be a make or a break for some people. So looking into that main compartment then, you can see that orange is just screaming, and I love it because otherwise this would be really hard to see what you put where. And then we have a zipper pocket on top, larger sleeve right there, medium-sized sleeve, a smaller sleeve, and 1, 2, power mesh pockets, but you see how hard it is for me to show you, right? So that difficulty in me showing you these pockets will also equal difficulty in you accessing those pockets. But to demonstrate, let's just pack it out so you can get a better idea of what the entire experience is actually like. So you can see here, I got a bunch of EDC stuff. We're just gonna start loading it up. So I've gone ahead and flipped the roll top inside out a little bit just to kind of give better visibility. Let's pack it out with some EDC stuff. We're gonna do a packing cube at the bottom, tech pouch. It looks like lips. I just got Botox. Can you tell? It looks great. Now for these smaller pockets here, great spots to organize your smaller bits of gear. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a laptop charger right there. Gonna slide a book right there. In those power mesh pockets way down yonder, we're gonna do some tape measure and a mouse. And then we're just gonna keep packing out that main compartment. Backup shirt, hoodie, another tech pouch, moleskin, and my over-the-head headphones on top. Say bye to the Botox lips. Magnetic connection, holding everything together. Roll it on up, clip it in place, and that is a beautiful looking roll top that has impressive weather resistance, but you know, that access or lack thereof for the main compartment is going to be the make or break for basically everyone watching this review. If you're still here, I wanna know, what do you think? Is the compromised access worth that additional weather resistance? Or would you not mind the bag being a little less weather resistant to have one more point of entry? Let me know in the comments below. And real fast, let's bring back our old friend, the 15 liter. Let's see what this guy can fit. So we got all the same stuff I just packed in the 20 liter. Let's see if it can fit in the 15. You can go ahead and fast forward through this. Fast forward noises. Okay, and you can see all that still fits, albeit just barely, but we're in, baby. Oh yeah, we are in. Okay, moving on, let's talk about the back of the Stubble & Co Rolltop backpack. So starting on the top, we have this top handle right here, basic webbing, a little bit of room to grab. Some people with larger hands might be craving a bit more space, but it gets the job done for me. Now let's talk about comfort, which comes down to two things: shoulder straps and back panel. And with the Stubble & Co, both of which have really nice materials. See all that ventilation? That's all breathability right there. That's further enhanced by this cutout right here, just to kind of inspire some airflow. The straps themselves, I think, might be a little bit dense for my taste. Some people like it because it means that the shoulder straps aren't quite as big and bulky and oppressive. What will help with the comfort is this sternum strap, but the sternum strap will help with comfort even more because it helps redistribute the weight of the backpack from your lower lower back to your torso. And the sternum strap is in fact adjustable. And one other element of comfort that's very important to me and anybody who's sane is that you can see that Stubble and his co have provided us with these guys right here, which are web holders, AKA dangle stoppers. He's our dangle stopping activist, which just gives the bag a more flush and tidy experience, which to me is directly tied to comfort. And then finally, as mentioned, we do have a luggage pass-through holder that allows you to slide it onto your suitcase vertically, final answer, which is a really big selling point because a lot of these bags, they always kind of have like the pass-throughs that are like this, then you gotta put your bag sideways. That's not fun. This is fun. Not fun? Fun. But let's talk about the last thing and possibly most important, the tech compartment. Dramatic zipper opening. Now on the 15 liter, this guy, it says it can fit up to a 13-inch laptop, so I got a MacBook Pro. We're gonna go ahead and slide that in. Nice fit, zip it on up. I got some cutouts of some other laptop sizes here. So here we have a 16-inch MacBook Pro cutout, and you can see that it's definitely not fitting. So they weren't lying. A 13-inch MacBook Pro is as big as it's gonna get for the 15-liter roll top. But let's check the 20. The 16-inch MacBook Pro cutout can, in fact, fit very nicely. And we also have a 17-inch Dell XPS cutout. And I don't think we're gonna get that in. Oof, it's, no, I'm gonna say no. Stops at 16-inch. Now, a couple final notes about the laptop compartment. Both of them use YKK, PU coated zippers, and the PU equals polyurethane, which is a coating that helps to keep water out. But there's only so much that coating can do because the other part where the water will get through is in the seams, right? That's where the stitches go through. And there's little holes, and the water is like, very little holes. So Stubble & Co has said that the seams here in the bag use waterproof binding. Now, I have no idea how to verify that. None. But if it's true, it does mean that this is going to be a highly weather-resistant tech compartment. But one note that I don't love about it is while there is a decent amount of padding on both sides, there's not a huge false bottom. Like, not much of any. You got like, yeah, basically nothing. And a false bottom is when the bottom of the laptop compartment is elevated ever so slightly. So when you slam your bag on the ground, hopefully accidentally, your laptop is less likely to get damaged. But this one, you know, it's definitely, it's like, you got like that much to work with. This is not the fault of Stubble & Co. Most side access laptop compartments are like this, even on some of the best backpacks in the world, like the Evergood CPL24. But again, just something to keep in mind. And if you're thinking to yourself, wow, that was an in-depth tutorial about weatherproofness and tech compartments and laptops, I want more. Well, I got some good news for you. You might be smitten to know that here at Nomads Nation, we don't just do reviews on our YouTube channel, but we also run the Nomads Nation newsletter, which is sort of like where I'm like your reporter in the field, telling you what the coolest things that are happening in the carry community are. So if you love the world of bags and you want to keep on top of the newest drops, collabs, innovative fabrics that are being tested, and just like really everything, I cover it all. The newsletter is super epic. We put a bunch of time into it. And if you want to sign up, just look for this globe emoji below. I hope to see you in your inbox. And finally, let's give it a little test run being worn. And as I suspected, it's definitely a very comfortable backpack. So this is the 15 liter. See how it looks on me. Again, the padding for me, it's dense, which makes it lighter as well. So it feels nice. I always prefer just a little more cushion for the push-in, if you know what I mean. But the ventilation feels nice. The width of the shoulder straps feels about right. I have the sternum strap in there. Back panel, some decent ventilation. Feels a little busy, but you'll get used to it after a couple of wears. It's actually pretty nice. Yeah, overall, an extremely comfortable backpack. Okay, let's talk about the overall pros and the cons of the Stubble & Co Rolltop backpack. Pro number one, gorgeous aesthetic. Pro number two is gonna be its simple and streamlined user experience. But pro number three is gonna be sort of what the entire thing about this bag really is its extreme weather resistance. But on the flip side, we got some cons as well. I'm gonna tell you what mine are right now. Con number one is a lot of you out there might want more pockets. Con number two, the false bottom, it could be better. And con number three is because that weatherproofness is next leveled, it has then also severely compromised access to that main compartment. But if you're still watching this and you're thinking to yourself, you know what's overrated, Aaron? Access to your stuff. You know what's important, Aaron? Keeping your stuff dry. I'm totally getting one. And you're gonna make a purchase. Just a reminder, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description because that's where the discount codes and the best prices always are. But if you're not quite sold, let's discuss a couple other alternative Rolltop recommendations that might better suit your needs. Alternative recommendation number one is gonna be the Millican Smith Rolltop. This is a great option for you if you're loving the whole Rolltop vibe, but you want something a little more, kind of like a heritage look to it, that also offers a ton more organization. And alternative recommendation number two is gonna be the Ucon Acrobatics Hajo medium backpack. Great option for you if you are a cyclist and you want weather resistance and next level reflective materials. This thing is crazy. We did a review on the Ucon Hajo on Nomads Nation, and my sister did a review of the Millican Smith on our sister channel, Gear for the Girls, and you can check out either of these videos right here. If you got any questions about any bags, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron. This is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.